Hello. I think that might be a record for shortest setup time for a stream. Alright. I should probably get the map and all that ready. Because I know damn well I'm gonna need it soon. Anyway, so I did about 3 seconds of research. And figured out that you need to put rear suspension component. Yeah, I think it's either rear suspension components or the engine in the car, and that triggers the van spawn. So I'm gonna start by putting all of the suspension and stuff in, because that's gonna take about probably a day or so. Of course, we'll see how long it takes for me to fuck up the entire process and die, or get lost with the boat, because I tried to get the kill you bucket. I'm also somewhat considering just going for some of the GT parts right off the bat, because you can get the steering wheel, I think the GT wheels, and a couple of other parts. You can get the center console, tachometer, I'm trying to remember, because I know some of the stuff just kind of shows up in one spot. Is that right? Yeah. I think that goes on next. Usually I build the engine first, and then I bitch about the van not spawning. So, if anyone currently watching this has watched any of my previous streams, this is probably a nice change of pace. Also, once I get the van, I might start doing some of the other odd jobs that you can do to get money. Because so far I haven't lived long enough to need anything past the 300 or 3,000 that you start with. Wait. Need that yet. It's, as you can probably tell, been a little while since I actually did the suspension, and I don't have my guide up right now, which is probably not the best move. So wait, do I put this shit on first? Okay, well, I guess not. Alright, I'm getting the guide. Because there was one that I had that I was using. Okay, size 12. I have the wrong size wrench. That's why I'm not seeing shit for attaching it. Alright. Fuck yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright, so it's one of those. Oh, there's two more bolts that I missed. Oh well. Alright, one of the things that this game gets right about working on cars is that there's always that one bolt that's in a really fucking hard spot to reach. And it's always annoying as hell. finish that. That I don't need to worry about them being screwed in yet. And 13. Oh wait, it's 14 for that one. And then okay, the wheels, which I don't have at the moment, and are part of the reason why I'm waiting for the van, or part of the reason why I'm getting this out of the way is so that I can get the van, get the wait, that's the wrong side. I'm a fucking moron. I can just get this out of the way, get the van, go get the GT wheels, if I can find them, do a couple of odd jobs, get some nicer tires on them. And then from there, I can figure out really what I'm doing. Main reason I'm not doing the stock wheels is because to get those, you have to go near a beehive, and that's a really great way, if you go unprepared, to just get yourself killed. Alright, then coil springs. And I might make one run into town with the tractor. Probably not. Because it's slow, it's a pain in the ass. And overall, it just takes too long. Alright, well, I don't know what happened there. So I'm just gonna not question it and pretend like nothing bad happened at all. Alright. Alright, so that's the rear suspension and all that done. So tomorrow, unless for some reason it's already there, the van should be there. Alright, now it's time to attach this. With size 12. Alright. That is... Nope. Alright, that's that taken care of. If I can just find the... this game. The only thing stopping me from actually getting somewhere in it is my insistence on playing permadeath. Because I can just about guarantee that if I didn't play on permadeath, I would actually be somewhere by now. Let's see, I can just... kind of shove the car back into almost where it's supposed to be. Alright. You know what? I might as well get started on... Might as well get started on the engine, because it's not necessarily essential yet. I mostly just need to get the supplies and all that. But I'm waiting until I have the van for that. See, I don't need the clock, so that can just go in the trash. This can go in the trash. Alright. Let's see. Could get all of that stuff, but I don't need it. Twin carbs could be useful. about to do this in a way that's pretty much completely wrong. First mistake is not torquing this stuff. Second mistake is installing it all in order like that and not following whatever actual manufacturer sequence there is. Alright, 2 5mm. Alright. Pistons. Alright. Kind of wish that I had more to talk about, but overall, I really don't have much. Alright, you know what? Since I can't really get much since there's some stuff that I need for the engine and all the other stuff, I might as well just run to the island and grab the bucket so I can make money. I'll bring the case of beer. Worst case scenario for that, I have a survival option. Also, the sooner I start making money in this game, the better. To not run out of fuel this time. I do have fuel, so... Oh, there we go. Alright, so this engine's probably going to be a little bit overpowering for the audio. So it's you guys will probably run out of fuel. It should just be a straight shot. Alright, so less than an hour in, and this is already probably my most productive stream for this game. Alright, then soon I'll have no reason to come back to this area. think I'm just gonna leave all this stuff on there. Get back to the house, sleep. Probably save my game, given the progress that I've made compared to my usual playthroughs. And get the van. Do a supply run. If I don't have to drive for 4 hours using the tractor, or I should say 4 in-game hours. Alright, well, I guess the van's not here. Unless I'm misremembering where it starts. I might just start going for the GT parts right now. Or some of the other wrecked cars and see if I can get those. Alright, I'm just gonna set this over here because I don't really need it yet. I'm probably just gonna save after this. Might take a short break. But eventually I will start going after the wrecked cars just to make some extra cash. And also to hopefully find the wrecked Satsuma GT and get the GT console. I'm just gonna put this here, throw it in here. Just to save that for when I finish the Satsuma. so there's all that taken care of. I know that in my experience, sometimes loading and reloading, or reloading the game changes some shit, so. I think I'm gonna start going after some of the wrecked cars or GT parts. I think we're gonna go through the GT rims. And also just gonna do a couple of smaller supply runs. Also, sorry if my stream cuts out sometimes. It just seems to be happening quite a bit. Now I'm realizing that I forgot the gas can. Which sucks, but oh well. There's no chance to get gas. Could also just reload the game and go back and get it. But I also really don't feel like doing that. Yeah, so the first part for the GT is the steering wheel. At least it's the easiest one to get, in my opinion. The other easiest is the one that starts right by the airstrip. And that's the grill and tachometer. Which is sort of the race tech, but I don't feel like spending money on it when I can just get one for free. I might do that eventually anyway, but... we'll just have to wait and see if I can even get that far. You know what? Since I'm heading over to Fleetari's anyway. I have an incredibly stupid idea. It's probably not the best angle to be going at this from. And I probably don't have enough hunger or thirst to really be doing this right now. Now, it might not be the most obvious thing, but I'm going to be completely honest. If you can't tell that I haven't done this before, you've probably missed the fact that I kind of suck at this game. I think I've made possibly the... I think I have the absolute dumbest fucking idea. Alright, yeah, I guess the idea is not possible. Alright, I'm actually gonna... reload, because I'm just now realizing the slight mistake that I made. Which was leaving with partial thirst. Or at least no case of beer. I'm also just gonna go without the trailer because now I know that car is right there. And I know that the steering wheel is small enough to fit in the cab of the tractor. This is already turning out to be one of the My Summer Car runs of all time. I could do some of the other odd jobs, but at the moment, I have a decent idea of what I'm doing. And now I'm hoping when I get there, the repair shop's still open because they don't see fire. This thing is so much faster when you don't have the trailer attached. It's almost tolerable to drive. Although I still wish I had the van. Could go and get the GT grill and the tack as well. And just throw the tack in here and the grill like up on the front forks or something. I don't know. I was thinking of waiting for the van for those. And then also just get the wheels at the same time as the van. Maybe. Oh, that's where I crashed the van the first time I got it. Alright. First things first. Get the car to the road. Remove that. Of course, gotta have a beer before doing this. Oh, come on. Alright, if I don't have enough fuel for this, This was a decent attempt at a playthrough. I forgot how much slower you are when you're towing something like this. At the very least, it's right there. I think it's right there. Oh, no, it's just a little bit further back. I wonder if we'd be faster if there is a faster way to do this. There is actually another one by the repair shop. So I might just try and get that one. Really want to check if my ship is connected, or if I'm in the... praying that this thing doesn't take me out with it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Seems the stream is on right now. It just disconnected. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my computer. It's a wired connection. Should be on. That's what it is. I wish I had the sewage truck. That would make this shit so much easier. Hey, thanks for the follow. Leo is back. I don't know if you're honestly even still watching. If you are, I'm sorry, it's a fucking boring thing. I didn't feel like getting this shit on the trailer, and I don't currently have the sewage truck, so towing it is a slow process. At this point, I think my only real goal is to get to the repair shop before it closes. Which I might have already failed. Worst case scenario, I reload and go through the effort of putting this shit on the trailer properly. Because as long as I don't die, I'm not counting it as a death. Unless it's a situation where I end up ridiculously far from home or any other place with food, and I have no fuel or no fuel, water, or food. Alright, it's a slightly suboptimal parking location.
Ei hitto, hyvin löytyi. Mä en tajunnut, että tuo meidän mettissä on tällaisia kostlia. Joo, kyllä mä sulle maksan näistä ihan hyvin.
Alright. Alright, so that's that taken care of. Now, I know that the GT steering wheel, and I think rocker cover is somewhere over here. And I might as well get both of those while I'm here. gonna go over to the town and get some more fuel for this thing while I have the money and time. I might also start getting some of the more basic supplies. Because now that I have that, I could have gone there and gotten the stock wheels, but yeah, I'm not really in too much of a rush to do that. I'm gonna keep my eye out for another register. So I know that there's a chance that one of them spawns over here. And if it's the wrecked Satsuma, I'm gonna get the center console. But right now I'm more concerned about that. I don't have an overlaid map, but it spawns more up by the river, so I'm not too concerned or even really certain that I passed the right area anyway. But there is coming up another possible location. If it's, again, I'm mostly looking for the GT parts, but the extra money is also nice. And I know that for the wheels I'm going to have to go to the Venti house. For that until I have the van, because I can just throw all the wheels in the back of the van, take them up the tires, and then get the new tires.
Perkele! Antana! Vittujen kevää! Saatana! Vittu! Perkele! Vai vittujen kevää!
Now I'm just hoping that I can get to the town top to get gas for this third diesel, whatever. Same shit, different name. I'm not too concerned because I am flying right now. I could also get the belts. Not going too far. But yeah, I could also get the belt, the water pump, not water, the oil filter, think I'd just get those two, and a bunch of sugar and yeast, so I can start brewing and selling that. That's of course mostly dependent on making it into I think I'm good. Damn it. Alright, stress is high.
No mitä helvettiä?
No päivä, mikä sinut tänne kirkonkylälle lennätti?
Alright, then I'm gonna get...
Kyllä tää hirvittää vähän tää bensan hintakin, kun mitenkä se vaan nousee koko ajan. Minä muistan siinä 80-luvun loppupuolella, kun se nousi 3 markkaa ylitä se bensan hinta, niin silloin moni lopetti aatolla ajamisen, kun ei ole varoa. Niin nytkin se on jo 5 markkoakin saattaa olla bensa, niin kyllä se on hirvittää oikein. Mitenkä sinäkin oikein pystyt ajelemaan sillä? Joo, lähellään tuosta. Morjes.
Wow, it's not peaceful. I guess I'm not parts close enough.
Vittu.
That's the first major supply run. A couple of GT parts.
Voi vittu. Voi vittu. Saatana. Voi vittujen kevää. Jumalauta. No voi helvetti.
I might stay a little bit until the pub opens. Just to see if I can lower the stress a little bit. There's something else that I was going to get here. I don't need any of that, really.
Jumalauta.
Alright, let's see. My shit disconnected again. That's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Saatana. Vittu. Mitä helvettiä? Voi saatana. Voi vittu.
Should have just bought some cigarettes and just started smoking to de-stress. Unfortunately, I don't have
Vittu. Voi saatana. Saatana.
that much foresight.
Vittu. Saatana. Vittu. Saatana. Jumalauta.
Just
Jumalauta. Voi vittujen kevää. Saatana. Voi vittu. Perkele. Jumalauta. Mitä helvettiä? Saatana. Voi vittujen kevää.
start mashing
Saatana.
that. That's actually looking pretty good.
Voi saatana. Vittujen vittu. Voi vittu. Mitä helvettiä?
Alright, well now I just need to get back. swing by the airstrip. Yeah. Swing by the airstrip so you can find the GT Hero and attack. I didn't look at specifically where all of this would spawn, so I just know that it's somewhere over here. Shit, never mind, it's not there. I was looking at the wrong thing. Or not the... Well, there is a wrecked car over here. Potentially. But no, it's not over here for the GT grill and the tachometer. That's at the dirt track. So I just went over here for basically no reason. Unless I happen to see... the wrecked car over here. Which would make it somewhat worth it. But overall, not too big of a waste of time. Considering I'm mostly just playing this game to waste time. If I find the wreck sets in the GT, then it's gonna be another hour or so just towing that shit. think it's over there. I remember the dirt track is somewhere over here. There's 76,000. Pretty much just started streaming because I was bored as shit. Oh shit, I really hope I didn't lose the rock. Doing good? I'm doing pretty good, just bored. Kind of hard, yeah. 5 seconds. Oh, come on. I've been trying to find a setup that works for, at the moment, mostly just everyday use. Streaming is not a main thing that I do. I usually stream at most once a week. So I have moved my microphone just quite a bit. Alright, let's see. Is that a bit better? I'll just turn down the game just a little bit. Alright, sick. My car fell? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to school for automotive shit. I feel like I took a wrong turn. Oh, hell yeah. At the moment, I've mostly been streaming on and off, of course. My summer car. Um, I started counting deaths last time I streamed, which I streamed a couple of times like a year ago, and then sort of fell off of streaming regularly, didn't really have a good schedule for it. And then now I'm back to streaming this, and I'm also going to school for automotive stuff. I'm currently in the process of rebuilding an engine in a Hyundai Accent, which is a fun process, and their service information sucks ass. Preferences in cars. Typically, the cars that I like are mostly a lot of 80s ones. Actually, my favorite car in general is probably the Pontiac Fiero GT, which is not necessarily the best car. I almost bought one. I backed out because the seller had it listed as a manual. He said it was an automatic. I took that as a bit of a red flag if they aren't going to list the transmission right. I just decided it's probably best to back out and avoid any future issues that may come up with the car. Yeah. Usually, I find the best thing to do for any listing, no matter what car it is, if they can't get something as major as the transmission or any of that right, just walk away. Doesn't matter how good of a deal it seems. You're probably going to get fucked over if you choose to go forward with it. Alright. And yeah, so far in this, I've got the suspension and all that taken care of.
Voi vittujen kevää.
Let's see, an Audi 80. Let me look that up real quick, because I'm not too familiar with Audi models.
Jumalauta.
Yeah, I'm mostly interested in American, Japanese, that sort of thing. There are some European cars, but overall, they're not entirely my thing. Um,
No mitä helvettiä?
you're saying, yeah, I can't entirely deny that. Although there are some things with American cars that kind of piss me off. But I mean, when you've worked on most things that are available on the American or even
Jumalauta.
just most markets in general. Let's see, on your YouTube you play War Thunder.
Saatana.
I actually don't remember if I've uploaded any War Thunder videos. Most of what I've uploaded recently has been Nuclear Option and Nuclear Option, Forza, whatever the hell I've been streaming recently, and Aero GPX. I haven't
Saatana.
posted any War Thunder stuff recently on any platform. Yeah, a lot of people, especially those who don't work on them, seem to think that German cars are the hardest to work on. But I'm gonna be completely honest, from my very limited experience working on them, it's really about the same. There's just more shit. Or it's not necessarily more stuff, just depending on the brand.
Saatana.
I've found that
Saatana. Saatana.
the service information can be, yeah, it's kind of just the same. And again, I work for a Toyota dealership, so most of what I work on is Toyotas. And Toyota, from what I notice anyway, seems to be a lot more forgiving with the service information that they make available.
Perkele.
But I have done some stuff on VWs, a couple things on BMWs. They're not too different. The main challenge comes from really just service information and parts availability. And even then, service information, it's mostly just a matter of finding the right stuff or knowing where to look. And also knowing, especially for BMW, what they call things that are potentially not, well, don't necessarily have a standard name. Do I watch motorsports? Not really. Um, I've considered it, and then just never really get around to doing it. Also, thank you for the follow, by the way. For the most part, when it comes to motorsports, I just don't really watch it too much.
Ai, ai, ai.
Ah, fuck, I forgot to unplug the phone.
Varo! Kuule, minä koitin soittaa.
Oh, the Yaris is sick? Yeah. Oh, you mean the GR Yaris, or... um... They don't... Unfortunately, they don't actually sell that in the US. The closest we have is the GR Corolla. Yeah. They don't sell that here, which just sucks. um,
Ai, ai, ai.
let's see. Trying to see something about that. So I'm mostly just waiting for my fatigue to go up so I can actually sleep. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're planning on ever bringing it to the US, which is extremely unfortunate, but I kind of wish that they would, even though
Ai, ai, ai.
yeah, closest we have here is the GR Corolla, which has, at the very least, a very similar engine. I think it's the same one though. Um, but yeah, I would get one if I could. Um, I think one of my favorite cars for, well, if I'm limiting it to modern ones, is probably I'm trying to remember what it was, because I just don't remember off the top of my head what it was, because it's not one of those ones that I see regularly. I'm actually gonna save real quick. Um, so I think I know I saw one recently, but now I can't put my I can't quite remember what it. Oh, yeah. Of course, how the fuck could I forget? I just saw it like 3 days ago. Um, Originally, I wasn't a big fan of the Nissan GTR, at least the new one. But after seeing a couple of them in person, it's kind of grown on me. Let's see. Am I a plane guy? Yeah. Um, Actually, one of my favorite um, game series, just in general, is the Ace Combat series. I haven't played any of the games on stream or on my YouTube channel at all. But I've played through all of the main series games at least once. With one of my most played games in general, especially on consoles, being Ace Combat 5. I've done a couple of playthroughs of Project Wingman on both my Twitch and YouTube channels. In fact, I think that was the first thing I did on my YouTube. I have about 1,000-ish hours in War Thunder, and then none of that's really. I don't want to say none of it's published anywhere, because I know that I have, but yeah, none of it's really published anywhere. I have a bunch of unlisted stuff on my old YouTube channel that is now my just straight up personal one that I use for my regular email and all that. Um, the main thing that's keeping me from actually doing anything with that is I just don't really... I don't play a lot of War Thunder. At least I don't play it as much anymore, and I don't usually play it regularly. Kind of jets you fuck with? That's a good question, because a lot of them are good. When it comes to War Thunder, I've actually found myself, at the moment, mostly playing the Soviet tree. Mostly just because I wanted the MiG-23 and Yak-141, because... Okay, so top 3. This is mostly just going to be a design, well, based on design. Number 1 is probably the YF-23. Communist detected. But yeah, top design, YF-23. And second, I do like the SU-47. And then number 3, I'd probably have to go with the F8 Crusader. Let's see, F-117, BF-109, SR-71. That's a pretty solid list. Our place with the Eurofighter, it's still pretty fucking solid. Said the F-117 is ass in War Thunder. Yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff is, especially ground attack type, just sucks, because you're either in ground battles, which if you're playing ground battles and your main focus is air stuff, I don't want to say you're in the wrong place, but you're probably not quite going to get to use the aircraft the way that you would want to. Or you're going to be playing in air battles and you're either going to be severely over tiered or severely under tiered. And for the F-117, from what I've seen, it's just a situation where it's not quite the... I don't want to say it's not the best, but it's not quite suited for a game like War Thunder. I can... If I played VTOL VR, no. The only thing really stopping me is the fact that I don't have a VR setup. My computer could run it. It's just I haven't really had the time or money to really justify getting a VR setup at all. So let's see, I think the carb is just 4 bolts. Yeah. Actually, part of what drew me to nuclear option was the fact that it didn't require VR. But it seemed somewhat close to... I don't want to say close to the same experience, but it seemed similar enough that I thought it would be good to try it out. Nuclear option doesn't really have much of a plot. Most of what I do, or at the moment, it doesn't have a plot. It's still in early access, but at the moment, it's mostly multiplayer. And then so it's mostly multiplayer, and it's got, I want to say 7 tarantula. Yeah, it's got 7 aircraft at the moment that you can use. Yeah, it's fun. I definitely recommend at least looking into it. Um, but yeah, they pretty much just released a major update for it that added the Tarantula, which is a gunship. Um, to put it simply, it's a gunship or cargo aircraft that can be used to either transport supplies or um, light combat vehicles. You can go in with just a controller. I just use a standard Xbox controller, and that works fine. It's got most of the stuff you need. But I have seen some people say that you can get that it works pretty well with a HOTAS setup. But for the most part, I've had pretty good luck with the controller, but I also haven't had a chance to try it with my full setup. If you've been looking for a multiplayer game that is pretty light on a system, I would recommend it. It might not necessarily be the most realistic, but it's pretty fun. Um, and it runs decently. I could run it on a Steam Deck with pretty much. There's going to be. Oh, looks like I lost connection briefly. Let's see. Am I actually back? Alright, yeah, it looks like I'm back. The only real challenge with it comes from the fact that once you get far enough into the game, you've got all the stuff still loaded in. You've got the nuclear explosions going off when you. This is like late game in the longest running game mode, which is escalation. So it's gonna be a bit taxing once you get to the later games in that. Where's the fuel pump? There's a free flight one. Let's see. Yeah, there's free flight, which is pretty much the basic, the most basic thing, which is just about as simple as it gets when it comes to flying. It's a good way to learn, aside from just the basic tutorials. And there are still some enemy units that you can destroy. You can also use it for a basic PvP thing. The main game mode that I try and play, if there's anyone actually running one at the moment, is Escalation. Hunt down the Freeman. Yeah, I played it once. It's the only game that I've played that I actually got a refund for. I started playing it as a joke, or sort of a joke, because I knew it was going to be bad going in. Only watch the Pyrocynical video. Yeah, that's fair. I went in with extremely low expectations, and yeah, it was just that bad. I refunded it thinking, because I was like, well, worst case scenario, I just refund it. It's a bad game, but at least it has President Keemstar. So it's at least somewhat funny, right? It just sucks. Don't bother with it. I think the worst part about it was the way your character's view just sways when you run. Oh, Pyrocynical is the guards. I never really watched Pyrocynical that much. I still don't. So I actually had no idea he was in it too. That's not entirely surprising. Who was it? I know there was another somewhat famous YouTuber who got put in the game for some reason. And now I can't remember who it was. All I remember is there's someone else who I recognized, and then I don't think I ever saw anyone say anything positive about the game, which makes sense because there's really nothing positive to say about it. It's one of the worst experiences that I've ever Oh, come on. Alright, I grabbed the right one. Alright, I'm gonna unplug the phone. That shit's getting annoying. But yeah, normally I would try to find at least some redeeming qualities for a game. But for something like that, there's just nothing. It's not even worth trying. Alright, where the hell is this one? Milsim, haven't really I haven't really done any Milsim stuff. I've considered getting um, oh, it's 4 a.m. for you. Yeah, that's fine. You're actually doing pretty good. Overall, yours is actually doing better than mine at like 8 p.m. And the only language I speak is English, so you're 100% fine. Yeah, I was at one point considering streams bugged again. Fucking hell. I know exactly what's going on with that. It's just the fact that I don't have the best connection. Fucking hell. I hate this shit. Alright. It's the stream. actually back again, or is it still fucked up? 'Cause it looks like it's back on my end, but I can't quite tell. Alright, yeah, it looks like it's back. Yeah, the stream's kind of gonna be disconnecting a lot just because I don't necessarily have the best connection in this apartment. It's one of those things where it just works well enough for the most part. Oh, yeah, there are two main things. First one was that for the military, just current events have just been the main thing where it's like, I don't necessarily think it would be worth joining or necessarily fighting for the current US government, which is pretty much the only thing actually keeping me from joining that. And the second thing was for the stream setup. It works well enough. I just don't have the best internet or any of that, so... Oh, come on. All of that's gonna be pretty much hit or miss for the time that well, for the time being, it's just gonna be hit or miss for all that. Oh, come on. Your internet's even worse.
No mitä helvettiä?
Yeah. I know that at the moment, I think... Nah, never mind. I don't even know what I was gonna say something and then just completely lost my train of thought.
vittujen kevät.
Alright, then there's one 10 mil on here. Ah, there it is. Yeah, one of the things other than my shit vision that kept me from joining was the fact that
Oi vittu.
let's see. There was a situation where it was like I was getting, by the time I was old enough to join the military, we were getting out of Afghanistan, and then that's also when I was thinking I might just join to do something, figure out what the fuck I want to do.
Perkele.
And then
Oi vittu. Oi vittujen kevät.
the second we get out of Afghanistan and completely fuck that up, it's looking like tensions in the Middle East are heating up again. So, you know, just got out of that shit.
Saatana. Voi saatana.
And we're probably going to be headed straight back into it. And of course, there's the fact that 99% of everything that I've heard from veterans here, it's just been VA horror stories. And it's, oh yeah, your service-related injury, it's not actually service-related.
Voi vittu.
And again, same shit happens with insurance, and I'm calling everything a pre-existing condition. But at the very least, with most insurance, you actually have a choice of what the course of action is. With the VA, you're told, shove it up your ass. So yeah, there's a few reasons why
Saatana.
and the main ones are just that everything is going to shit again, and I'd basically get nothing out of it. Think nuclear is going to happen? Probably not. I still feel like the only times we've really the only time we've ever really been close to anything going actually nuclear was probably during the Cuban Missile Crisis, because That's really the closest that's ever happened, or the closest we've ever come to actually going nuclear. The only thing keeping me from saying anything definitive is the fact that the entire world's kind of going insane right now. So I'm not putting it completely beyond the realm of possibilities that a nuclear exchange does happen. Alright, where... World War III, I feel, is a bit more likely, as unfortunate as that is to say. Because that seems to be... I don't quite want to say what's on track to happen, but we're at the very least on track for some large-scale conflict. Yeah, at least this time it's something other, it's some other country. But yeah, at the moment it's definitely looking like it's going to be a large-scale conflict. Alright, let's see if I can go take the van. I think it's over here that it... I can never remember, because I know one of the things that you can do to get the van to spawn is to put the engine in the car. Oh, you can
Ai,
put a
ai, ai.
seat. Okay. I know that there was... I might just throw one in and see if that gets it to start, because I know that in my very brief amount of research, there was a suspension component. I think one of the rear trailing arms. Um, let's see.
Ai, ai, ai.
Yeah, because if it doesn't start spawning, because I've got all of the suspension shit in, I might just start throwing the seats in and see if I can get it to show up. Oh, yeah. If you have mandatory military service, that's gonna suck. I've only ever really been mildly worried about that, because we haven't had any sort of draft or anything like that um, since like Vietnam. Um, I mean, when I say we haven't had a draft since that time, I say that somewhat loosely. Um, I say that loosely because, to put it simply, we do still technically have the draft. It's just not called the draft, it's called selective service. Same shit, different name. You still have to sign up for it when you're 18 if you're a man. I had to do it to get my driver's license. So, yeah, for the most part, I'm not entirely worried about it. It's just something where I know that I've had to already sign up for it, so if it happens, it happens. No one really wants to mess with y'all because they know they'll get a football shoved up their ass and shot in the head within 1911. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Germany's at the very least up there in terms of military strength now. Um, oh, come on. Once we get our engineers back, we can probably rise to top 10. Probably. Their own Feed Martin. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the game audio up a little bit. There we go. I know, which country is it? I remember I was reading about countries with relatively high military production outputs that aren't the US, and I was surprised to see France pretty fucking close to the top of that. Ah, shit. Getting the F-35s in January? Nice. Who likes the French? I mean... yeah, fair. I know, I know France is one of the few countries that doesn't have cars that are sold in the US. They did at one point. They were all imported by... well, I shouldn't say they were all imported by AMC. But they all kind of flopped, especially the later ones, which AMC imported close to the time that they shut down. Then Chrysler, who ended up purchasing AMC, ended up not really supporting any of those models. So that's why we don't have French cars in the US. Alright. Now it's the most important test. Can I make it around this section with the trailer? I've noticed that mandatory service does seem to have its benefits in a lot of countries. I feel like a lot of things, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Let's see, is this a building that I can just break down the door? Because I know that, quite a few European countries have some level of mandatory service. Alright, yeah, I guess this is one of the ones where you can't break down the door. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Alright, let's see. Did I get lucky enough with this barn? Is there anything actually in here? Well, see it. Hopefully, I have to see it in another stream. I might end up going to sleep because I've been up since like 5 in the morning, and it's like 9:30 p.m. here. Well, see you next stream. Probably brought what was left of that case of beer. Might as well check the spots around here that might have a wreck. I'm sort of looking for the wrecks right now. Part of the dirt track are these at? I know the GT grill and tachometer are supposed to be here somewhere. I'm just gonna look for those real quick.
Ei saatana. Voi vittujen vittu.
Let's see, I think it's supposed to be somewhere in this general direction. on the wrong end. Alright, well, there's no salvage cars here. But I know where, because I looked it up, because I didn't feel like searching through this entire shit up, but so I have to go get, I have to go get something to drink in-game. Should be somewhere over here. Oh yeah, there it is.
Vittujen vittu.
Alright, there's some GT parts.
Voi vittujen kevää. Saatana. Vittu. Voi vittujen kevää. Vittujen vittu. Ei saatana.
Alright, I think I'm gonna get to the town, probably save the game. Maybe get a couple of supplies. Might take another look around the airstrip. Or just in general around that area. Let's see if there's a salvage car over there. So I can throw that in the trailer. Then get to the town, save the game.
Jumalauta! Mitä helvettiä? Vittu.
That'd be good because I could get more money next time I stream.
Ei saatana. Saatana.
I think one of the possible wreck locations is over here.
Jumalauta!
No, this isn't the right area.
Mitä helvettiä? Vittujen vittu! Ei helvettiä! Ei vittujen kevää!
Alright. Ei saatana! Jumalauta! I always kind of wondered when I stream this if Twitch actually flags any of that. I think it'd be kind of funny if it does.
Oi saatana! Vittu! Oi vittu! Perkele! Satana!
I'm pretty sure there was nothing over here. But I'm not 100% sure because I just wasn't entirely paying attention. I also didn't go to the landfill, so...
Oi saatana!
I know that there's a chance that something does spawn over here.
Saatana!
I guess if I do find anything over here,
Oi vittujen kevää!
it'll be a good way for me to test. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this.
Ei saatana!
I'm gonna close that. I can't afford to lose the attack and other shit.
Oi vittujen kevää!
I might just reload, even though... Yeah. You know, let's see. How far does that set me back? I mean, either way, I am pretty much done, because I'm fucking tired. Also probably should have checked before I started streaming if the radio subtitles actually work. Oh, cool. Puts me back a decent amount, but... Whatever, I'll live. You know what? I can just speed through this shit. Except... I also can't because... Alright, worst case scenario, this I just set this up, and that's good enough. Because at the moment it seems like I fucked up. Alright, now that I've got that set up, I'm gonna have to redo the engine build, which is gonna suck. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the engine build, get it mounted, get all that set up, but I should be good to go. I guess I'll see you all next time.